All right, so I'm going to take you over to another painting. I was looking at, now I have this idea that I could make these still life setups of things that were just sitting on my table in front of my window. And this happened to just be there exactly like that. And I thought that was really exciting. This wasn't there, but I moved it, and I spent a fair amount of time arranging things and putting them and playing around with cropping with my phone. So in this painting, instead of just diving in and laying down paint and starting with a part, this one I actually had my phone camera. I worked with cropping different compositions, and I found one that worked with a square that I was really happy with that composition. So then that one went into my laptop, went into Photoshop, and I was able to grid it out in Photoshop so that I could enlarge it to this size, and spent a lot of time kind of working with the arrangement and the placement so that I could get that happy composition that I had on my phone and I had on my screen. And I actually didn't draw it with a pencil. I just used a really thin brush to draw it in, which was really great. I just started painting right away. And then the things that happened with this painting, even though I thought I had this whole thing planned out, there were some really happy things that happened. This is a south-facing window, which most artists would avoid because the light would be changing very dramatically, right, throughout the day. And when I first started, I wasn't really thinking about what time of day it was, but once I got things laid in, I realized that certain things happen, like certain angles of light start to lay down patterns of light that were the most, in a way, more interesting than anything I could have anticipated. So I had to kind of be like a landscape painter and think about, okay, I have to start working on this painting at like 2 p.m. because that's when the sun's over here. And that's when I'm going to see this. And that's when the colors that I'm seeing with the way the light is hitting the plant and the way the light is coming through back here and hitting the windowsills is particular to that particular time in that lighting situation. So anyway, this painting kind of evolved, and there was a lot of process of simplification, a lot of time spent like really working on that pile of books. I probably did that 3 times before I got it just exactly the way I wanted it. And then I came over here to start working on this other geranium. And I had shown this painting to a couple people, and they were like, wow, you can't put that geranium in there because this little rectangle right here is so beautiful. If you put a geranium in there, you're gonna lose it. And it's like a really nice resting place in this complicated world that you're creating of the inside and the outside world. So filling it up too much with the inside world doesn't allow you a portal into the outside world. And then it doesn't allow you to kind of move through that world as easily. So that plan was edited out. And I had only one little stem got to stay because it represents to me kind of the life cycle of a geranium plant. And I just sort of needed to have a plant in there. If you're going to have a pot in there, it sort of needs to be something growing out of it. So that's how that painting worked. Started out not with a part, but with an overall composition that was really refined before I actually started painting on it.